Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Wednesday, the 10th day of January 2024. I hope you're safe and healthy today. I hope your family's safe and healthy, and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, who along with the first responders out here every day risking their lives to save lives. And those also who pick up garbage for us to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children who are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People who are also the victims of prostitution and child prostitution, pornography and child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on those who profit from these things, and double curses on the perverts that create this ugly industry. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. Nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States of America, and increasingly senior citizens. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night at Madison Square Garden. New York Knicks destroyed the Portland Trail Blazers 112-84. Best defensive effort of the season. Now, we talked about many things that showed up and that has been showing up since OG Anunoby came to the Knicks. Now, the thing is, RJ Barrett and Emmanuel Quickley are playing very well for the Portland Trail Blazers. And the reason is because when you have too many good players that need the basketball to be effective, you're not going to be effective. And that's what the Knicks had. And there was too much clogging of the lanes, too many people needing shots. That was what you had. Then you had Emmanuel Quickley, who really was a starter on the bench. Problem. Now Emmanuel Quickley is starting. Now RJ Barrett is more free with Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam. And so now you have both players playing at a high level. RJ had 37 the other night, had 23 last night. Quickly's been averaging somewhere around 20 a game. They are both playing much better for Toronto. And long term, I like Toronto's outlook. On the other side, the more important side, is OG puts the perimeter defense of the Knicks at another level. So someone mentioned, for example, Boston. You can put OG on KP, and you could put him on Tatum, and you're going to get an effective defense against those two guys, especially KP. KP is not as mobile, and he's long, but so is OG with the 7'2" wingspan. Tatum will be a little tougher, guard, all NBA, one of the top 5 players in the league right now, but you still have a really good shot at it. Now, what I saw last night and what's exciting, Brett, is Hartenstein is looking really, really good. Don't get me wrong. I think he should be the starter long term. Particularly, not only he plays good defense, but he is available, right? But man, I'm looking at that OG defense, and I'm looking at him. If Mitchell Robinson was out there with Grimes and Deuce and Hart, that second unit defense would go several levels higher. And if you put Mitch Rob in the second unit, you're only going to play him 20 minutes. And now you're going to get him for the whole season. Or so I say it increases the odds of that. I'm seeing some real possibilities here. And so right now, last night, what we saw, of course, was a balanced team effort. The Knicks were really, clearly just the better team, period, against the Blazers last night. Just the better team. Blazers missing DeAndre Ayton as well, so that they're going to have a hard road to hoe. But I love the balance. And again, here you had on far as 3-point shot, 3 points made, right? You had Anunoby hits 4, DiVincenzo hits 3, Deuce hits 4, Grimes hits 4. The thing is, the more comfortable Deuce and Grimes are on the floor, the more effective they're going to be. I remember people talking about Deuce needs to develop offensive game. That's called short-sighted and not understanding what a guy really could do. And that's the problem in Knicks. A lot of y'all are really short-sighted. and ready to trade Grimes for DeJounte Murray. And I'm telling y'all, no. The more minutes these kids get together, the more effective they're going to be. It's not they need to develop anything. They're going to all develop. But right now, it's not the development they're lacking. It's not playmaking. It's not getting to the basket. It's minutes. That's all they need. Last night, McBride gets 22 minutes. Grimes gets 21 minutes. If you can do that on a consistent basis, you will get explosions from Mob D. Now, realistically, last night, for example, Brunson played 26 minutes. Now, that's not realistic from Brunson. Brunson's going to be 30 minutes, 32 minutes. He don't have to be 38 is my point, though. So last night, he played 26 minutes at the point, and then McBride played 22. That's 48, right? At the point guard, that's 48. Realistically, though, if you were to give McBride 16 to 18 minutes, right, and then let Brunson play somewhere between 26 minutes, 26 minutes and 30. I'm sorry, 32 and 30 minutes. You give Brunson between 30, 32 minutes. Right there, you'll get the most effect from your point guard spot, both from your bench and your starters. Grimes plays 21 minutes, and of course, DiVincenzo played 19 last night. I like that ratio, somewhere around 20 apiece. That works also. See? So I know it was a blowout, and I know that Grimes and McBride got to play almost all of the fourth quarter. But I think you can arrange this going forward so that come playoff time. See, this is the thing. A Boston team, for example, who's the number one team in the East right now, running away with the East, but still a long season. But what I'm saying is, Boston, their starting five is money. It's tight, right? When they're healthy. Their bench with Hauser is also tight. But if the Knicks have a working unit the way they work in their second unit with Hart, Deuce, Grimes, and Precious, or Mitch Rock, they're way better on the bench than Boston is. And they can hold their own with the starting unit. That's what I'm saying. Looking longer term at the playoffs, okay? So last night, Jude played 32 minutes, 7 to 17, ended up with 20 points. Very efficient. 8 assists, 7 boards. Very efficient. OG Anunoby was the high scorer last night. Even though he didn't take the most shots, he only took 12 shots. And like I said, you can kind of expect that going forward. He's just very efficient with it. 23 points on 12 shots. 4 of 6 from 3. He had those corner J's going. When the Knicks are playing like that, they're going to be tough to beat. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. And all of this, we need a superstar talk. When are y'all going to stop listening to ESPN? When are you going to stop listening to people that are paid to be clowns and entertain you? I mean, you want to win or don't you? We don't need no superstar. We good. I be telling y'all, we good. And then, I'm looking at all these platforms talking about, they waive Taj and they need a player, so they're going to make another move. Yeah, they're going to make another move. You know what they're going to do? Let me tell you what they're going to do. They're going to bring Jaquan Jeffries back to the regular team. That's what they're going to do. And that's what they should do. Because right now, what most people are missing, okay, and that's why I said the other day, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What you're missing is Thibs plays a 9-man rotation. You can wish for 10 if you want, but he plays a 9-man rotation. Right now, the 6th through 9th guy is Achua and McBride, Hart, and Grimes. Okay? Your starters, Now, if you want to get another player, one of your 9 guys has to leave. And let's go through this. They cannot trade Precious Achua because they just got him via trade. So he's not going to be traded this year. Maybe in the summer, but not now. Deuce McBride cannot be traded this year. Okay? And I know they ain't trading Josh Hart. So that leaves Grimy. Grimy now is shooting 40% or better from 3 since they got OG. Grimy is 23 on a rookie deal. And do you really think that DeJounte Murray moves the needle that much that you're going to trade $30 million for $4 million? What? Are y'all stupid? Well, I tell you what, the Don ain't. So that ain't happening. Okay? The Knicks might be used to facilitate a trade to another team and acquire more assets. Somebody say, well, what do you need more assets for? You can never have enough assets. You're going to need to understand that. And see, the Knicks, with the plethora of picks they have, all they got to do is keep moving it forward. So in other words, if they got to pick, let's say they got 2 number ones this year, trade them for 2 future number ones. You could do that. You could keep doing that all day until you need the picks. So you can keep your plethora, your war chest of picks, and you don't have to use them right now. See, some of y'all, it's burning a hole in your pocket. You don't need to do that. You don't need to spend that money now. You can move it forward. And the Don has shown he knows how to do that. Okay? So we can keep moving forward, just keep trading the picks and getting future picks until the future comes when we're rebuilding again. And we need those picks. But for now, you just keep them. You keep a war chest of picks. And you just move forward with them. That's how you do this thing. Okay? So let's say, let me just give you an example. Let's say the Knicks this year get the 22nd pick, but they don't need nobody, which they don't. So now you trade with a team that's looking for more picks to rebuild. Could be a lot of teams. Could be Toronto, could be Chicago, could be a lot of teams, right? Detroit. You give them that pick. And you say, I want your future. Your 2 years from now, 26 pick, late first round pick. You keep doing that. Okay? You can keep doing that all day. And you just keep your picks moving forward. That way you keep a treasure chest of picks and you play with the talent you got now. There is no need to worry about having picks burning a hole in your pocket. Because I know some of y'all, your NBA 2K transaction oriented people, want to just trade because you want that dopamine. We good. Dopamine for me is winning. And the Knicks are winning. Okay? Now, that's how you keep moving forward. The only question is Precious Achiuwa after the season. Okay, you cannot trade him. He's too talented to just release him. He's cheap too. So, but he's not gonna play if Mitchell Robinson comes back. You're gonna be playing Mitch Rob. So you gotta decide that. That's probably the biggest thing you gotta worry about. Other than that, they're not trading Dante DiVincenzo. I know y'all wish Julius get traded. He's not going nowhere. Hartenstein, they're gonna re-sign him. Some of y'all tripping. How are we gonna pay Hartenstein? And somebody talked about, we got to move Fournier's money forward. No, we don't. What? This summer, Fournier is on the Don-inspired team option for $19 million. So, that $19 million sits on the books until the Knicks decide not to exercise the option. Then the Knicks get an extra $19 million. We can use this $19 million. Why? Because we have to re-sign Hartenstein. That's going to cost between 12 and 15 million per year. We have to extend Quentin Grimes. We have to re-sign OG Anunoby. So, for example, right now, Hartenstein's going to be like $9 million. So you're going to need another 3. And that's what's on our books right now. So you're going to need another 3 to 6 million. That's part of the 19. Then you're going to need OG's getting 18 now, 19, something like that. He's going to be somewhere around 32. So you're going to need another 12 million for him. Then you got to extend Grimes, which doesn't take, his new salary won't play out until 25, 26. So you can extend him. That's later money. See what I'm saying? The money that Fournier is worth more than an additional player, okay, for the Knicks right now. The Knicks right now, we got what we need. We good, okay? We don't need no superstar. What you are now looking at is the 2004 Detroit Pistons. That's what you're looking at, okay? I know some of y'all don't recognize it, but that's exactly what you're seeing right now. So, with what the Knicks now have, we just need to let this fool cook. Okay, let this fool cook. So right now, 5 straight. I got 5 on it. 5 straight. Okay, this is a tough one coming up against Dallas. There's no doubt. But I want to tell you, don't get fooled. Memphis, without John Morant, just beat Dallas and beat them handily by 17 last night. Okay, Desmond Bane went off. Marcus Smart hit 4 3-pointers. And that's with Luka and with Kyrie getting almost 30 apiece. So, don't just think you walking into Dallas and they gonna roll on you, roll over you, or just roll over for you. That's not gonna happen. And don't think that on Saturday night, just because they don't have John Morant, Memphis can't beat you. This is the league. So the Knicks have a tough one coming up tomorrow night in Dallas against Dallas. Can they win the game? Yes, they can. But it's not a given. Okay? They got to come prepared. And this is the thing I'm loving about a Tom Thibodeau coach team. All of y'all, where's all y'all that was talking about a few weeks ago? Tom Thibodeau's supposed to be a defensive coach. He is a defensive coach. And I explained that to y'all then. He's now fourth in the East. Orlando's having a tough time. And Thibodeau's fourth in the East. Tonight, I think it is, Miami is playing in Miami against Oklahoma City. No Jimmy Butler, but they got, let me say his name right, Jaime Waakes. I think I got it. Jaime Waakes. Somebody helped me sound it out yesterday. Jaime Waakes is playing his rookie tail off. Okay? So they're going to be tough regardless. Miami's going to be Miami. They're going to be there. But Oklahoma City, they rough, man. And so there's a good chance Miami gets knocked off tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Orlando, I think tomorrow has got a tough game. I think they play Oklahoma City too, or something like that. So the Knicks have a chance with a win against Dallas to get some more breathing room in the East. It's going to be a dogfight all the way through. But really, right now is where the dogfight starts to get serious. Then you get your little all-star break, and then March. See, this is the thing. In March, the Knicks don't have a lot of back-to-back. In fact, after this little road trip right here, the Knicks got about, at least 4 games at home. A lot of other teams are now starting to get into their back-to-back schedule and their road schedule. This is good. This is what I was talking about earlier this year. The Knicks just needed to come out alive after December. They did. And so with that trade, now I was expecting, as I mentioned about 5 months ago, I was expecting this type of trade to happen next summer. I wasn't expecting this type of trade to happen now. And the reason I wasn't expecting is because I didn't think Masai Ujiri would roll over like that, because he is also a ripper. But we do have the Dom, and he put the clamps on him. So now he gave him quick. Okay, got RJ, nice. But we got OG, and we just won 5 straight. Okay, so things are looking up, Knicks Nation. The only thing I was worried about last night was somebody getting hurt. It was just, after the first quarter, it was basically over. But I was just waiting, hoping nobody got hurt. No freak accidents, no stupid deals, right? So same thing against Dallas. This is going to be a good test for the Knicks in Dallas with Kyrie and Luka. The thing is about having the OG Anunoby, you could put him on one of them and just forget about it. That's how good this brother is on defense. 7'2" wingspan, lateral movement, all NBA defense. Pick one. Probably I put him on Luka because Luka's big. OG is big. So Luka couldn't do nothing with him too much, okay? We're going to have a problem with Kyrie, but that's when you bring in your Grimesy and you bring in your Dukes. Y'all, the Knicks are good. Y'all enjoy your Tuesday, your Wednesday. We'll talk about more tomorrow. Shalom.